Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome to day 987 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is be mindful of the unsaid. And what remains unsaid is what we see now is the show reel. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. And quote for today is be mindful of the unsaid. And what do I mean when I say be mindful of the unsaid? How can you be mindful of something if it's not said? And you know, the most interesting thing is, and look at me, I'm not saying things. So the most interesting thing is that sometimes we convey messages without even saying them. So we convey our thoughts, we convey our value system, we convey the things that we stand for without even saying them out to someone. And what do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. So, for instance, if you are going shopping with your children and they tend to pull on things that might be a little outside of your budget, or you feel like it's an unnecessary expense, if you keep telling them things like, oh, I can't afford it, or we can't afford it, or it's too expensive, or whatever might be your reason for not wanting to buy those things for them. Or you might say it's a waste of money, a waste of money. What would a child think if he keeps getting that, that information from you, if he keeps getting that messaging from you? What does a child begin to think? Hi, Piki. Hello, Gopalan. Hi, Srinivas. So, what is the subtle messaging that you're giving your child? That A, we can't afford it, we're poor. B, it's too expensive, you don't need to spend money on expensive things. What was the third one? The third one was it's a waste of money. So a lot of us come up with these ideas around, oh, I shouldn't purchase things that I like because it's a waste of money. I shouldn't reach out for those expensive things because it's a waste of money. We begin to look at things in a different way, and then it becomes the story of our life. It becomes the story of the way we look at things, and vice versa. So, how do you change that conversation? You change that conversation by first acknowledging that that is the conversation in your mind, understanding that, yes, it's unsaid, but this is what I've been saying to myself unconsciously, because this is what I've picked up in the many years of my grooming, in the many years of my molding, in the many years of me becoming who I am. Because you are a sum total of all the stories you hear from others, all the stories you tell to yourself. Because all parents, all due respect, I'm a mom too. I understand we come from a place of love. We come from a place of wanting to do the best we can for our children with whatever we have. But unfortunately, sometimes we kind of mess up the conversation in their minds. And when we mess up that conversation in their mind, it takes effort to undo the damage. So be very mindful of how you speak to someone. Be mindful of the unsaid. What you say and what you do has to be in alignment. A child has to feel worthy of what they want, or a child has to feel worthy. That's it, period. Nothing else. Has to feel worthy. Make it a point to make your children feel worthy. They have to feel it. You don't have to just say it, feel it. They have to feel that they are worth your love, they are worth your affection, they're worth your trust, they are worth the just being with you, being yours. They're worth. They have to feel that worthiness when you share with them what you feel. Srinivas says, listen holistically at a deeper level. Yes, listen holistically at a deeper level. Let the children understand what they mean to you, how much they mean to you. Do not be busy with your gadgets and with the stuff that you're, yeah, like, okay, I'm busy, I've got work, I've got work, I've got work. What is the subtle messaging you're giving your kids? That you've got work, which means the work is a higher priority as compared to them. And then that's what they begin to see, and that's how they begin to behave when they have their own families, when they have friends that they can take care of. So yes, how about adult kids? You know what? This is a lovely question. Thank you, Picky, for asking that. Because earlier today, I was in conversation with a peer, and we were talking about how, the inner child. So the metaphor I gave her, or the imagery I gave her, was, it's like, coincidentally, okay, let's use this one. I love my buddy here. So if this is your inner child, if this is your inner child, or if this is that little snowflake that kind of grows into, it snowballs, right? Anything that you think as a little person, as the little you, the kid within you, the whatever that kid is beginning to think, snowballs. And you know what I mean when I say snowball, right? It just kind of covers you up. It keeps growing and growing and growing. And before you know it, you are an adult kid. You are this big adult kid. You are this big adult kid who goes with the same ideology that is within that little person, that little kid within you. And it's the only difference is you've amplified it, you've grown it bigger until it becomes an adult kid. And you begin to put the same conversations of the little person, the little sheltered person that you were, and then you kind of put those perspectives into adult situations, and you have to work your way through it accordingly. So how do you shift the conversation? You take those thoughts from within that little person, from your inner child, you do some healing work, you do timeline therapy, you sit down, or else you work with a coach, or even with yourself for that matter. Sit down in silence, ask yourself, what is it that you're trying to tell me? What is it that you're trying to protect me from? And then you work your way through those answers. You thank the little kid within you for being protective of you, for taking care of you. And then you assure that kid within you that, yes, I can take care of you because I am currently adult. I am big enough. I have certain experiences and understanding of life, something that you might not have. And you're talking to the little one within you. And then you work your way through that together as one person in alignment. I hope that made sense. Thank you, Picky. I love the question you asked me. Amazing interpretation and clarity. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without my buddy. So thank you so much. Srinivas says, child doesn't try to hide, adults try to camouflage, but is letting out anyway. Absolutely. We have to be adult in a particular way. We have to behave in a particular way. But with kids, it's plain blank, black or white. It is as it is. But with adults, we tend to kind of be, mindful of others and all of that. And I'm all for being mindful. I'm all for being, courteous, kind, respectful of the other person's space. But also be respectful of your own self, of your own feelings, and of your own inner child. So these are my thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. what do you think when I say be mindful of the unsaid? What are certain things that you've been saying to yourself without using words? It could reflect in the relationships you're having. It could reflect in the health that you're keeping. It could reflect in the finances you've been juggling. It could reflect in so many different ways in the decisions that you've been taking. So if this has been of value to you, please write in comments saying, I am mindful. Please write in comments saying, I am mindful. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, because here I post daily videos on the small things, on the little things that make life big. Do share the message with a friend who needs to hear this today, and also give the video a like if it sat close to your heart. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so, so much. Until next time. Thank you.